The campaign against Islamic State forces advanced on several fronts today. Britain's House of Commons approved an expanded airstrike campaign in Syria, and the fight for a key provincial capital in Iraq heated up. Street battles raged today in the Iraqi city of Ramadi as government troops backed by U.S. airstrikes moved closer to end a drawn-out siege. But many Iraqis, led by Prime Minister Haider al-Abadi, did not appear to welcome the news that the U.S. is sending additional special ops forces in an effort to root out ISIS strongholds.
We do not need any foreign forces, whether they are American, Danish, Italian, or French ones. The Iraqi people are capable.
U.S. forces have no credibility and no good intentions. I consider this a new invasion.
At NATO headquarters in Brussels, Secretary of State John Kerry denied that Iraqi leaders were not briefed about the new force in advance.
We will continue to work very, very closely with our Iraqi partners on exactly who would be deployed, where they would be deployed, what kinds of missions people would undertake, how they would support Iraqi efforts to degrade and destroy ISIL.
In London, British Prime Minister David Cameron made his final appeal in Parliament to expand the current British air campaign in Iraq to Syria.
The question is this: do we work with our allies to degrade and destroy this threat? And do we go after these terrorists in their heartlands, from where they are plotting to kill British people? Or do we sit back and wait for them to attack us?
But Cameron faced riled-up opponents to his plan after reports that he'd called them a bunch of terrorist sympathizers.
An amendment was signed by 110 members of this House from 6 different political parties. I've examined that list very carefully. I cannot identify a single terrorist sympathiser among that list. Will he now apologise for his deeply insulting remarks?
I've made very clear, this is about how we fight terrorism, and there is honour in any vote that honourable members make.
In the end, the House of Commons backed the Conservative government's plan to begin airstrikes inside Syria. Separately, Russia released satellite imagery purporting to show trucks delivering Islamic State oil in Turkey and accused Turkish leaders of profiting from the illicit trade. Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan dismissed the claims as slander. Later in the day, an Islamic State video appeared to show the beheading of another hostage. The militant said he had spied for Russia in Syria and Iraq.